Welcome to the latest edition of RPPV News, bringing you the news from across the Mornington Peninsula. I'm Catie Sharp, and our top stories for this edition are: French Island has a lucky escape as bushfires continue to burn across the country. CFA brigades on the peninsula are overwhelmed by new volunteers. Mornington Peninsula Shire investigations linked to the IBAC inquiry focus on donations in the 2016 election. A local woman is accused of scamming $30,000 from businesses in Frankston and Mornington. And Mount Martha beachgoers are warned about a local flasher. Now for the full stories. Last weekend, Western Port Bay's French Island had a lucky escape after an out-of-control fire destroyed 87 hectares of bushland and threatened the island's koala population. Dry lightning is believed to have caused the blaze, which caused the evacuation of residents and campers. Nearly 60 firefighters battled the fire with trucks and aerial water bombing before cooler weather and rain helped bring it under control. No homes were lost and only one koala was injured. It was taken to Hillsville Sanctuary for treatment. Arthur's Seat could have been engulfed last week when vandals fired a flare straight into the long grass, setting it alight in the early hours of Friday morning. Local police said the flare damaged the sign at Chapman's Point Lookout and then burnt through 30 square metres of grass. Police described the act as reckless and stated that the damage could have been far greater. Police are waiting on CCTV footage to identify the culprits, and anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. CFA brigades across the Mornington Peninsula have been inundated with new volunteers since the bushfire began. While they are thrilled with the number of locals stepping up, they have asked people to be patient as it will take some time to process the new applicants, especially as fires continue to burn across the state. All 8 Peninsula brigades have supplied volunteers and staff to support crews in both New South Wales and East Gippsland. Meanwhile, staff at the Bendigo Bank in Malakoota have been doing their bit to help the local community. Many of the town shops and services are still closed as the threat level remains high and road access is limited. Bendigo Bank has been flying in backup staff to Merimbula, who then drive down to Malakoota to ensure the branch is open for a few hours each day and that the ATM remains filled. This gives community members access to much needed funds as the town slowly gets back onto its feet. Coming up after the break, further developments in the IBAC inquiry.
Hey, they're saying the fire danger rating's extreme. Should we go?
There's no fire around here.
Get out! Get it!
I know embers can spread bushfires as far as 40 kilometres, so you should leave early.
Authorised by the Victorian Government.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks, but the 5th biggest retail bank is snapping at their heels. It's a bank that's been around for over 160 years, has over 500 branches Australia-wide, looks after over 1.6 million customers, is regularly voted one of the most trusted brands out of all the thousands of brands in Australia, and voted the most trusted bank in 2018. Who is this fantastic number 5? Yep, it's Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
Battery World now open in Mornington.
We know batteries. We know our 75D23Ls from our DIN 65LHs. And we know which is best for you. We have the range and a spark no one else can match because we live and breathe batteries. Those beautiful boxes and cylinders that power our lives and our passions. That's why we're the batteryologists. We're Battery World.
Battery World Shop 1, 43 Mornington Tyre Road, Mornington.
The Mornington Peninsula Shire CEO John Baker has confirmed the Council's commitment to examine its historic planning decisions in light of the IBAC inquiry. Mornpen News has already reported that one of the developer John Woodman's companies, the Mornington-based Watson's Propriety Limited, made 2 donations to candidates in the November 2016 council elections. Watson's donated nearly $2,500 to the Briars ward candidate, now Councillor Rosemary Clark, and over $1,200 to David Castles, who stood unsuccessfully in the Cerberus ward. Meanwhile, in Catie, a petition has been lodged with the council, urging its councillors to stand down and allow ratepayers a fresh election. Others believe the council should simply be sacked while investigations of corruption continue. Rosebud police are investigating complaints about Rhiannon Pilton, a woman who allegedly scammed around $30,000 from local businesses. Pilton has been promoting charity fundraisers around the peninsula for the past year, some at the cost of nearly $200 a ticket. However, the elected charities are claiming to have received no money to date. The events have been described as disappointing, with promised headlines failing to show, missing prizes and sausage roll dinners. Beachgoers are warned that a man has been exposing himself near the beach boxes at Mount Martha Beach South. Described as in his 40s, he has targeted teenagers and children over the summer months. Police are investigating and have urged witnesses to photograph the man if it is safe to do so. Finally, a number of events are being held across the Mornington Peninsula this public holiday weekend. Music, entertainment and activities will be hosted by a range of venues including Sorrento Bowls Club, Dramana Foreshore, Mornington Park, Sorrento Portsea RSL, Hastings Foreshore, Mount Eliza Village Green, Rosebud Village Green and Rye Foreshore. At the same time, the Indigenous population and their allies will be attending protest events in Treasury Gardens. And now for the weather with Lisa.
Lisa Lenoble with the Mornington Peninsula 6-day forecast this Thursday, the 23rd of January. Let's take a look at the weather. Today we'll have a minimum of 12 and a maximum of 22. Cloudy, high chance of a shower, most likely in the morning. Winds west to northwesterly, 15 to 25 k's, tending north to northwesterly, 35 to 50 k's before dawn, then tending west to northwesterly in the middle of the day. On Friday we'll see a minimum of 12 and a maximum of 23. Partly cloudy, winds west to northwesterly, 25 to 40 k's, turning southwesterly, 15 to 20 k's during the evening. On Saturday, we'll see a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 25, mostly sunny with light winds. On Sunday, we will see a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 25. Partly cloudy, light winds becoming south to southwesterly, 15 to 25 k's during the morning. On Monday, we'll see a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 25. Partly cloudy, winds west to northwesterly, 15 to 25 k's, turning south to southwesterly, 20 to 25 k's during the day. Tuesday, a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 22. Partly cloudy, slight chance of a shower, winds northwesterly, 20 to 25 k's, shifting south to southwesterly, 20 to 30 k's during the morning. Back to school next week. I hope you all had a great rest with your families and had a great time. I'm Lisa Lenoble. Thanks for watching on RPPV. See you next week.
Now down the coast to our host with the most, our surf report with Muzz.
Okay, back on the beach for this week's Mornington Peninsula Surf Report. As you can see, got some little waves today. Unfortunately, this is going to be the best of it until next Thursday, so not much in the way of surf this week. Beach breaks next week, 2 to 3 foot Wednesday, Thursday. So enjoy your week, enjoy your last week before you have to go back to work or school, and I'll see you for next week's surf report.
And that's all from our team here in Mornington, serving the community with stories that matter to you. Keep watching and tell your friends. Bringing you the news from coast to coast across the Mornington Peninsula, I'm Catie Sharp. See you for the next edition.